Hi, we're here today with Niel Groenewald of Bellingham Wineries in Wellington, South Africa. And we've just done a tasting of about 12 of your wines, and they're really super wines. So thank you so much for having us here today. I'd like to ask you a couple of questions. You're obviously a very innovative winemaker here in South Africa. And one of the wines that I really enjoy, that you seem to really enjoy, is your Chenin Blanc. Tell me about your Chenin Blanc. How is it made? How do you elaborate it? How do you get it from vine to bottle?
Right, well, you're quite right when you say that it is really a passionate wine. I think if I were to choose one variety and just make one variety, it would be Chenin Blanc. And it's because I like changing perceptions. So there's this perception of Chenin from South Africa to have been cheap and jerky for so many years. And that's definitely the greatest challenge for us to try and turn that around, because we've got a lot of Chenin Blanc plantings and some of the best in the world, and some of the oldest vineyards in the world as well. And for me to try and save those vineyards and show them to my children one day, we actually need to up the image of Chenin Blanc. It can't just be a mass-producing vineyard, and then all the growers would actually start putting them out.
Super.
So we started this initiative a few years ago to try and save the Chenins, and the only way to do it was to really focus on creating value. And creating value for these old vines were about going to locate them and then create a brand where they could actually go in, where they could sell for a premium price. That premium price can then go back to the growers. So at the production levels that we talk about for the serious Chenins, or the super Chenins, they're also called in South Africa, it's not viable to pay entry-level prices. The production was dropped to about 2.5 to 3 tons a hectare.
Oh, okay.
So at that price, you really need to pay the grower enough for those 3 tons. And the Chenin that I find works well for us is from 3 pockets. It's from the Belligham Hills in Stellenbosch.
Okay.
It's from the Achterpaal area, and then also an area in Durbanville. So those 3 areas, all 3 of them have got Chenins of 35 years and older.
Wow.
And the one
So is that the average age of your vines, is 35 years then?
That's when I will start looking at them. So it needs to be a vineyard older than me, then I will actually start looking at it.
That's a good thing to look at.
And the specific blend is actually a blend of 40-year-old vines, all bush vine, hand-picked, and then it's brought to the cellar. And then you look at minimal interference from our side. I don't even call myself a winemaker when it is about creating the burnout series. It's all about setting the conditions right. It's going to be a natural fermentation, so we'll choose the sound bunches, go some sorting tables, and then after that, whole bunch pressed.
Okay.
I believe in whole bunch pressing as a technique because it's just more pure to the juice. You get better analysis of the juice as well afterwards. It respects the pH and the acidity better. And then wild fermentation in barrel, 100% French oak. Left, the fermentation can be anything from 4 to 6 weeks, so you need quite a bit of guts not to want to inoculate. But because you trust the grapes and you trust what you put into barrel, it does finish fermentation eventually, so after a few grey hairs. And then you leave it on the lees and constant buttonage for about 12 months, and depending on the vintage, it can be anything from 11 to 13 months. Then you end up with this super Chenin, which is the rich and ripe style, wood, well integrated.
And I can attest to that. It's an excellent Chenin.
Good, and and something to truly express what Chenin can be, not just something cheap and cheerful.
You've certainly done it well. We really appreciate the fact that you're doing such great things with Chenin Blanc here in South Africa. And besides the pinotage and all the other varieties that we do, but thank you so much for the work that you're doing with them, and we really appreciate you having us here today. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time. Thank you.